Hello, my name is Reba. These people have betrayed my trust. After completing the element vein, I found one of their underwater teleporters where they were using it to raise dinos and I think farm crystal too. I don't know what was going on over here. They had one turret with like a crazy amount of teams outside for no reason. And when I swam up to it, the craziest thing happened. None of the turrets had bullets in them at all. This was our first victory. We dropped one of their teleporters and we meat ran their breeders. I broke all their troughs just in case if they wanted to rebuild it, they would have to refarm it to make it harder on them. After wiping their underwater teleporter, I made plans to go around the map and find their other teleporters. Then I came across this prowl main. After I came across this prowl main, I found this base. After raiding all their other teleporters, we made our mission to go to the lava biome and find their other teleporter. And we started raiding this one too. It was very easy. I don't know what type of build this was. I just ran up to it and this was another victory. This was their base, and where the war would begin. We wanted to set up a little fob to see what their PvP skills was like and how they would react to being raided. In today's video, I would like to mention that I'm also live every day and you can watch me play the game live. All you gotta do is turn on that notification bell. We started working on the spam, breaking as much of it as possible because you don't want to push enemies in their spam. You want to place turrets up and make it where you claim your territory. The first fight was about to begin, and this is how it went. They kept trying to avenge their teammate. Every time we kill one, another one would end their entire life. So it was just so easy to kill their teams because it's like if you killed one, the other one would get super mad and just end his entire self and die. Then he tried to hop on top of the dreadnought, so I jumped on top of it with him and started cooking him. The main objective was to break everything outside and just make a statement that they cannot leave their base. We started pushing up one heavy, and they came out with a dreadnought, which is very questionable because it was only one heavy. Their dreadnought soaking one heavy, and it didn't even work because he dies right here. Boom. He dies. I don't know who dies. One of these people dies. And the dreadnought, even though it looks like somebody's moving it, we surely see in the next clip like nobody's riding it. It's so weird. Cause look. Somebody was riding it, they would have took it back into the base. They would just kept flinging me around the map. I didn't mind though. And that was another victory. They wanted to try another push. So what we did was we would just grab their stegos with the wyvern and just take them. Every time. Since we broke all their teleporters, there was no way they could come from behind us. So whenever they would pop a Karcha, we would literally just shoot it until it completely died and give it no choice to fight. Like we would put our Karchas up and just go out there with the mech like this until the Karcha dies. And Thyla beats the Karcha all day because the Thyla has 200k HP. So the mech plus the Thyla just shooting it is just OP. You're bleeding it, and then on top of bleeding it, it's just getting shot like crazy. And then it's like you shooting it is just making it to where he can't crowd pot it, and then it just dies. After it dies, we would just go back out there and continue pushing their stuff. They tried pushing up a Fortnite, so what we did was we went over there and we just racered it. That was pointless. He put tech turrets snap to metal. It was so easy to walk up. It caused 4C4, and we just blew up his little structures. And it was like no resistance. He's showing up on a prowl main instead of a Thyla. I don't understand what's really going on. And yet again, we had another victory. We were raiding the outside and we didn't feel like getting picked by a wyvern or a bug. So what we did was we just pretzel soaked and we used racers to soak. It's really broken to use those two dinos to soak. We used the tech turrets for the racer and the heavy turrets for the Quetzal, and it's super effective. You could just get all the way wherever you want in a base. And then we also started working on their newest version of their Fortnite to take that down too. It was very easy. We only had that element from the first vein that you seen in the video. So as we were going around breaking turrets, we were collecting them for the fob. Because we were like, it was like a Temu fob. They tried to do another push on the Dreadnought, and this is exactly how it went. I don't understand why they were trying to use the Dreadnought. It's like racers are a thing. And just because they were wasting so much time trying to kill me, the Karcher killed the wyvern, and then look at this. We're chilling. Boom, the bug tries to fight the Karcher and it runs out of stamina. It runs out of stamina right here. I picked the rider. Boom. Easily. They're all dead. And the bug can't do nothing. And I just got this one in the claw. Like, I don't even know what to do with him. I just drop him on the floor and start slapping. And then we won the war again, and we're back pushing them. They don't really know what to do. I made plans to go deep into their base. It wasn't going to be that hard. He's on a Manic Armor and a Griffin. He's not even using a Thyla. I'm just clearing their turrets as I go because I don't want them to be in a position to pick them up or to refill them. I'm very curious on how the Tesla coil is empty, and at the start of the video we raided their crystal teleporter and they had a Dunklo over there with a bunch of vacuums. So you have crystal, you're just not using it in the correct way. Why aren't your turrets filled up that you're placing? And then they came out here on a lightning wyvern. Again, it's no Thyla, no Carno, no Bleeder. They have a lightning wyvern, a Griffin. And the funniest part about it is he's zapping with it. He's not even flapping his wings to push the racer. Like, he's a goofy for real. He could be clapping and making it go further away. It's not doing nothing. I break the Fortnite fob so that it's less turrets shooting me and I can walk out of here easily, because I know you would think like the average player is stuck in this situation, but it's the fact that you got a Manic Armor and a Lightning Wyvern trying to kill a 250k HP racer. Like, you're not biting it, G. It doesn't work like that. And I just was playing with them and broke their ankles and left the base. He was on the Manic Armor, and I wanted to kill him really easily because killing a Manic Armor is so easy. You run up to it and then you throw the Z and you let him freeze you. He's dismounted. Don't go for the tame. Find the player and just jump the player. Easily he's dead. And then after you kill the player, you go back for the tame. And it's really effective because there's nothing they can really do. You just keep Zing the Manic Armor. They can't get their tame. And then yet again, we were having another victory, but that wasn't stopping us. They were trying to push with the Stego, and we just kept picking them. There was nothing they can do. You've seen that wyvern just fly into the Karcher mouth. They were playing as if they were bots. But the funniest part about it is, this is the main reason why they were losing. They were risking their lives for a Stego. Look at this. Fast as fuck, boy. But look, why aren't you out there just popping another stego or using a racer to soak? Because regardless, I'm gonna keep taking the stego. Because there's nothing you can do, you're not getting it back. And it's like, yet again, here he comes for the stego. You're gonna int a wyvern for a stego and get bit by a karcha when you can just pop another stego. And while they were focused on that, I made plans to go over there and kill the managarmer that I seen sitting on a cliff platform. And that was easy. They were discombobulated. They didn't know what they had to do. They didn't know if they should fight. They didn't know if they should defend. They didn't know if they should push. Flew into their base, grabbed their stego again. Like this was not a joke. You cannot have the stego. They tried to jump me while they were on the karcha and poison wyvern. And by the looks of it, you would think that I was going to die. But if you have good teamwork and you're all playing together, there's nothing that can go wrong. Dude gets me stuck and just watch this. They have to be the worst players in the game. The wyvern runs up and just starts getting clapped too for some reason. I don't know what the wyvern does that for. Boom. Boom. The griffin's dead too. And what is the wyvern going to do? And just like that, we won the fight. And we had another victory. And we were back soaking their base. There was nothing they can do. They shot rockets, they did this, they did that. To be honest, I was confused because with the horde keys, you get infinity rockets and they were just not using them at all. This dude was over here just trying to pick or bite with the bug. It's like really Bob activity. So we were just literally having our way. Practically like a soaker at this point. You can soak heavy turrets. The only thing that really cook you is the tech turrets. The other turrets really don't do that much damage to you at all. To get the Quetzal to soak like this, you want to get a cap saddle on it, and you want to have imprint to it. We use this to soak the high up heavy turrets, so it'd just be easy to tech tape all their tech turrets. There was no way they could stop this, like a Quetzal with a box on it that's just soaking your turrets. It's very confusing. It looks like we're cheating, but it's actually a strategy when you look at the health. We had got into another fight, and I like to use strategy instead of just going out there fighting. I started placing plant Y, and I made plans to bait the dude in instead of trying to sit up there and fight him the hard way. You see the Managarma? Watch this. And just like that, he got dismounted and he lost his Managarma. It was an easy push. And this is how we just bullied them every time. There was nothing they could do. We were outsmarting them. While I was racer soaking, they were trying to use the bug to pick the cartridges and fly them into turrets. It wasn't really working though, because when they were pick the person, we would grapple to the floor, and then you got another cartridge already biting you and you're moving slow. And then he was trying to refill tech turrets, but it didn't really work. We would just bite him with the cartridge. The dude came out on a mech, but we wasn't really fazed by the mech because we were just taping down the base. The main thing we wanted to do was we wanted to soak their bullets. We enjoyed the fact that they were placing heavy turrets outside and they were doing this and that because they had to get these bullets from somewhere, and we were just draining their reserves. So now they don't have any extra resources. This Carno was like, it just did not like the mech. Even though I'm biting it with the Karcha, it only wanted the mech. It would not target me for no reason at all. Could you explain to me how I can make my team do this? Because this is OP. Might need to just whistle a lightning wyvern on people like this. We were winning every fight that we got into it with them, and it seemed like they didn't want to come outside anymore. We started breaking all their turrets and clearing their spam with the same mech, and this was actually crazy that with the scuffed fob that we had, we were able to do this much damage to them. The only thing I had to bring was flak. I wanted to break all of the turrets just in case they were able to get a generator outside again. They wouldn't be able to power these turrets up anymore. On top of that, I was heading back to attack all of them. At this point, they were just panicking. We were breaking all of their turrets outside, clearing their spam, pushing up, breaking everything for real. They put up their force field, so I used this time to collect the element from the tech gen because we really didn't have any Ellie. And then on top of that, break all their turrets outside and push up as much as we possibly could, because going towards the entrance and you haven't really cleared that much spam, it's useful, but it's not really useful. But I wanted to also break this tech turret that I seen on the opposite side of the force field. So I figured if he was lowering it, I would just spam shoot in the spot where it was, and then once he lowered it enough, it'll instantly break like it did. And once it instantly broke, we were able to soak like crazy from the inside, because that was a high up tech turret that was kind of hard for us to reach on the stego. And then the rest is history. Notice how many cartridges they would pop at the entrance and throw them out for some reason, and they would all die. They were not getting them back. It was a fight that didn't make no sense, if I'm being honest with you. When defending your base, this is something that you don't want to do. You don't want to pick a stego right in front of a Karcha so that you can just get eaten alive like this. It doesn't make any sense. They kept putting the force field up, so we just kept breaking it. There was nothing they could do. They had a wyvern on the floor right there where I'm shooting. So once this force field broke, that wyvern dude was cooked. And boom, he was dead. There was nothing you could do. I ran inside of there with the racer, knowing that there was a generator right there. The dude on the prowl main thought he had motion, but he didn't really have no motion. Once again, he's on a prowl main and he's using it wrong. If he was using a prowl main correctly, you need to dash the neck of the racer rider to kill the player in the box with the burn. He wasn't doing that. So I made plans to get their tech generator down, and since he wasn't playing the game correctly, I don't know what game he's playing, we were victorious again. We took one of their generators down, and now we were inside of their cave having our way. Typical ARK just trolling. But look at this, even though the game was trolling like this, I was still able to hop on the racer. And yet again, they're out there making crazy mistakes. Watch this. He comes out on the Griffin and pops a Karcha. And look what happens. I blocked the entrance with the racer, so now the Griffin cannot get in. And then all you see is mech shooting everything. And then when he thought they were about to get through, a Karcha comes and meat runs them. They're trapped inside of their cave. There's nothing they can do. Right now, they're so scared. We were just holding the entrance and stating a point that if I wanted something to happen to you and if I wanted you to get raided, it can happen to you. And we just kept meat running up, fighting all their tames. And if you get the racer like this, they shoot the racer before they eat the Karcha. So none of the turrets were doing anything at all. In the comment sections, do you guys want to see me raid the insiders and fully wipe their base? Or what do you want to see happen? Because they kept showing up to my map stream sniping when I'm just trying to play the game. So comment in the comment section
And you guys want to see me raid them, or do you think they learned their lesson?